nights of sleep.
Yep, it's huge.
It is huge. Sung by the big man who became very small man.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, enough of that. Okay, ready?
Yes,
That's
Oh, tell you, I tell you.
in Chinese, everyone it's called Mo Li Hua.
A body one. I was going to say that.
Yeah, Mo Li Hua.
Beat it through. Okay, here we go. That's it. That's it. It's a break.
Southern Chinese part. Southern cities, like cities in Shanghai, in Yunnan, in Zhejiang, in Suzhou, in Nanjing. So a lot of the songs played is very smooth playing. So this one's like the high pitched one. So these ones are usually played in the northern Chinese cities. Cities like Beijing, the capital, right? the Beijing, and Shenyang, Harbin. So these are used as like a bone whistle type of instrument. So these are, very different in playing in the northern and southern. Yeah. And these are called the hus, as I have demonstrated before, and this is called the bao. So they all come from Yunnan in China. So it's a ethnic minority province in China. So I'm gonna go there. On the 20th to Yunnan as well. So these are the hometown of these two instruments. So as you can see, these are I call it the big fat flute. The big fat one, and this one's a long skinny one. So these are very Yunnan type of instruments that can be split into 3,000 years old. Wow. So the kirkabit flute, which you call it in English, and then in Chinese you call it the hulu. So hulu is this part. This part is weird shaped part is hulu, and this part is the si. So you've got three combined to make it into this shape. So when you say it all together, it's called hulu. And
and it has a drone. It has a drone on it.
Yes, it has a drone effect.
Like bagpipes.
Yes, so it has this thing that you can click back and forth when you play it. So if you haven't, no drone effect, it sounds like. So when you open up, it sounds like very Yunnan ethnic, where they go horse racing, where they go, where they wear their traditional costumes when they go horse racing. Something different like that.
Is it got a reed or is it?
Sorry?
Is that got a reed or is it?
It's a reed, yes. It's sort of like similar to the bagpipes.
It is similar to the
It's like
bagpipes.
when you in Anzac, that people do.
Next time we see you, we're going to actually we'll work out a Scottish song.
Yeah, the Scottish song.
This is a very similar tuning. Can I just add something? How many different notes do you have? You have 5 different notes.
It's a very it's not like the piano, you can go everywhere, so it's like
But the difference between that and a Western flute is what's called chromatic. That means you have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then you start again. On all the Chinese flutes you have 5. It's called pentatonic. So if you're in C, a fifth would be G, D, A, E, and if you bunch them all up, that's how you get Chinese music. I know that's a very quick lesson, isn't it? Very simplistic, but that's the basic essence. Western flute has 11 tones. Hence, to get all different keys, you need to walk around with a bundle of flutes. A bit like if anyone seen a harmonica player, most harmonica players don't play what's called a chromatic harmonica. Yeah? Most play what's called a blues harmonica, which means they have in their packs an E, A, D, E when they wear them. But a chromatic. Similarly, Steph can play multiple keys because she has loads of flutes.
yes, so
Which is great.
like the Warren's piano can split into.
I can't bend notes, I can't do it, I just, that's it, you hit a note, it comes out.
But the flutes, yes, because they are not that big range of what do you call the sound, right? So I need to split into different keys. So that's why I have all the different keys. So these are F keys,
They're pentatonic.
B key, and
They're not chromatic.
yes, I need to swap. So if every key that differences
Yep.
in songs, I need to swap them.
Gosh.
Yes. So all right. So similar to the 葫芦丝, right? The yep. So this one is called the Bawu as well. So it comes from Yunnan as well. So it's different in sound because when you split it up, this thing, what do you call that? So it's like you plug it in, and the sound comes from here. So it sounds very hollow compared to the 葫芦丝.
Clarinet.
And then you can do a bunch of techniques.
Similar.
Some
Go on,
such
Ben.
as,
Similar to clarinet
you,
is.
you can make it like a growl sound.
Can I just ask? I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, they're all flutes, but it's like they're playing different instruments. Because playing a flute, you're forming from the shape of your mouth. Here, it's like playing clarinet and oboe. And if anyone knows, they're completely different instruments. Playing a flute to playing a clarinet or an oboe. But yeah.
Alright.
Can I ask you a question? You know the instruments with the reeds?
The reeds, yes.
You've got the kirk bit and the other one.
Yes.
And you said they're a minority thing. Presumably, doesn't Beijing have its own version of that? With a reed?
Not really. These come from Yunnan.
No, I understand.
Comes from Yunnan. The Beijing one, probably the most is the flute,
Okay.
the horizontal flute. Yes. Another erhu comes from Beijing, the Jinghu. Yes.
Because if it's anything like the West,
the-
once someone discovers the that means my kayak's running late, I'll be home for dinner after 8.
Yeah, you
Got that.
can say it
Pretty
like
much.
that. In the olden days, like in the caveman, yes, when they go fishing and then they communicate with each other. And so also,
You said you've got 6 holes on that one.
some of it comes in 8 holes.
No. Do you play combination? How many different notes can you produce from 6 holes on that?
How many different notes?
Do you start at the bottom of your range and take us up to the top?
So it's very, very small. Actually.
I know, so.
It's almost like a theremin.
It sounds whole tone almost. Yeah. Do you know what a theremin is? Victor theremin. Do you know what the Victor theremin was? Beth?
Yeah.
Oh, Vic.
Yeah? You? Me? Victor theremin was a Russian composer, and a lot of the sci-fi films that came out in the 50s, you have this kind of column, and depending on where your hands are in relation, it sounds like a saw. Anyone seen a saw being played, yeah? His name was theremin, and it's called the theremin named after him. He went to live in America, and they hated him, and he went back to Russia. Of course, always a hero, he's come back from America. So he's back in vogue. And I think he died not so long ago. There's a museum in Russia, the Theremin Museum.
Okay.
What have you got there? That's your Chinese whiskey.
So,
You got whiskey in that?
yes, so this is actually made of clay, the Chinese. This is made of ceramic, so it's Chinese ocarina as well. It sounds very similar to the clay, but a little bit different.
It's completely different. It's entirely different mode to that though. I mean, you play it, I mean, but the flutes are all pentatonic major. That's in a weird alto key.
It's,
That's in an even weirder
It's
key.
actually very famous in the Tang Dynasty, so it's around 4,000 years ago, and also in the Song Dynasty as well. So it comes up very, every dynasty, they use these ocarinas to perform for the emperors in the palace. So it's very ancient and very, very, and also in the battlefield. So also in the battlefield, where, you know, in the Song Dynasty, that the emperors, you know, ordered all the soldiers to, you know, to conquer all the three emperors, you know, the three kingdoms, and then it's kind of like the trumpet guy who, you know,
Can I ask you
who will
something?
play beside the battlefield.
Can you play us a whole piece from start to finish, a solo piece on that? Please,
Yes.
keep going.
Can I do a poem before that?
You do what?
I'm gonna do a poem before
A
that.
poem?
A poem, yes.
Absolutely.
A poem before that. It
We're
is
there for
connected.
culture. We're culture
It
vultures.
is connected because the Xun, you know, that all the Song Dynasty soldiers is going to, you know, conquer the battlefield in the three kingdoms. So there is a poem, it's a very, very famous, it's called Full River Red.
Full River Red.
Full River Red, in Chinese it is called Man Jiang Hong. It is a very,
Man Jiang Hong.
very patriotic poem written by Yue Fei. Yue Fei is from the Song Dynasty in China. He's a very famous and well-known general.
What year
General.
was this?
So in the Song Dynasty, that was 3,000 years ago.
Oh,
It's a very rich history.
3,000 years ago.
We have Aboriginal history, but nothing's written down like that, is it? Whereas this is amazing. It's all properly recorded, you know.
So I'm gonna read everyone a poem. It's written by Yue Fei. So he is very passionate and patriotic about his country, about all the soldiers and all the instruments, you know, about the Chinese Xun, and when the soldiers go into war and protecting the country. And here we go. It is called Man Jiang Hong by Yue Fei. Man Jiang Hong, 宋朝。岳飞，怒发冲冠，凭栏处，潇潇雨歇，抬望眼，仰天长啸，壮怀激烈。30功名尘与土，8千里路云和月。莫等闲，白了少年头，空悲切。靖康耻，犹未雪，陈子恨何时灭？驾长车，踏破贺兰山雀，壮士饥餐胡虏肉，笑谈可以匈奴血。待从头收拾旧山河，朝天阙。
go for it.
It's another 2 hours.
Yeah, look at that.
Is that it? Beth's going to translate. Beth do you want? Beth's going to translate.
There you go.
Bravo, bravo.
Well done.
Are you going to tell the story to us?
Yeah, it is. So I have the
Do you feel better now?
So that's an English translation for it.
Oh, that was the English translation.
Oh.
That's an English translation of the Chinese, but it's there's different versions about it.
Can you give us a clue what it was about?
Oh, okay. So do you mind if I find the English version?
Well, you speak Chinese.
Yes.
It's not
So
that
there
easy.
is a lot of English version here.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
This is for everyone. You were born in Australia, yeah?
Yes, I was born in
Yeah.
Paris.
Do you culturally though, you're very, very attached to Chinese culture, correct?
Yes, I am.
So if someone, no, but you see yourself as Australian.
I'm Aussie, yes. I was born here.
No, but
born here. I was born here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm Aussie.
But I'm saying it's fantastic. You're Australian, but it's nice that you managed to keep a heritage. A lot of Australians, you know, who have heritage from somewhere else, it's gone. With meat pies and the football and everything. It's and particularly all the instruments. It's great. Anyway.
So I think that's my mother tongue is Chinese, so I don't want to forget my roots.
That's great.
So
So you're going to give us a clue.
So this is about Yue Fei, the Song Dynasty emperor, the general who's actually, written about the poem to protecting the country. So I can do the English translation. So wrath sets on end my hair. I lean on railings where I see the drizzling rain has ceased. Raising my eyes towards the skies, I heave long sighs, my wrath not yet appeared. To dust is gone the fame achieved in 30 years. Like cloud-veiled moon, the 1,000-mile plain disappears. Should youthful heats in vain turn grey, we would regret for aid. Lost our capitals, what a burning shame! How can we generals quench our vengeful flame? Driving our chariots of war, we'll go to break through our relentless foe. Valiantly, this is the part that
It actually sounds more dramatic in its original language. And you read it with a lot more venom and passion in its original language.
So it's about, protecting the country. Valiantly, we're cut off.
Very good. Very good.
What are we going to cut off?
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Valiantly, we cut off each head, laughing. It's like, protecting the country where we have to kill the soldiers, and you get the idea. Yes, so I got a few songs, yes. Okay, and I noticed that, where's the birthday boy?
Yeah, it didn't go
You
away.
love rock, right? You love rock. I have a Chinese rock version for you.
Yeah.
So this is called The Legend of Wukong.
Ooh,
So
Wukong.
does anyone know Sun Wukong? No. Okay, Sun Wukong.
That's a resounding correct. No.
Okay, it's like the Beatles.
Okay, I would say in our defence, when we were kids, we went to school, we were taught things like French and Latin and King Henry VIII, and everything around us was like Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, China. Nothing. We were taught nothing. We were taught everything about what's happening in other parts of the world, but nothing about where we are.
Got nothing. Okay.
So we know nothing. Well, I know nothing, but I'm sure everyone knows what we're doing. I know nothing.
All right. Okay, this is the version of like the Beatles, like the Chinese rock version of
Fabulous.
the Wukong drum. So Sun Wukong is the Monkey King. Does anyone know the Monkey King?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Monkey King, I think.
I know him as Hanneman.
Heard about it.
Hanneman. Hanneman, the Monkey King.
What's the Disney thing called with the Monkey King? What's the Disney thing?
The Disney is called Sun Wukong, 西游记, so the journey to the west. Journey to the west.
What's it called?
This
The
is
little
about
kid, the little
the,
kid and the big baboon and what's the Disney thing called? Jungle Book. Isn't there a Monkey King they did in, no, I'm serious, in real life. Wasn't that based on the Chinese story of the Monkey King?
It's usually based on the Chinese myth of
Isn't it?
西游记, so it's a journey towards west.
There you go. Oh.
Journey towards the west.
Okay, so this is the Chinese equivalent of the Beatles.
But it's based on the Sun Wukong, the Monkey King.
Very good.
So the Monkey King, is about protecting the Buddhist Tang Xuanzang. So he's called Tang Xuanzang. To we're not Christian. What's another word? So Buddhism. Yeah, Buddhism. In China. Yeah, it's a myth, but it's a real story. But it's turned to a story, and it's very popular, very famous in China. So you've got all those monkeys, and you've got the, those protective services for the Tang Xuan Zhang to go for the journey of
Fabulous.
Christ. So this Monkey King is made out of a lot of movies, a lot of dramas, a lot of stories, and turned into a lot of songs. So, alright, this is the
Here we
one.
go.
Okay.
Very good.
Sorry.
If anyone's interested in the Chinese
Yeah, there we
whiskey,
go.
over there.
Yeah, yes.
Let's try to shine.
Chinese whiskey, very good.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Oh.
Oh. Here you go.
Hope you enjoyed the.
Thank you.
Fabulous. 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 For the